Here, and thank you for joining me on your second stimulus check and second stimulus package update direct from Los Angeles. It's shortly after 8:30 a.m. on the West Coast. Major developments on your second stimulus check this morning. Shocking developments on that $2,000 stimulus check vote. The push to get a $2,000 stimulus check for people who would not normally get a stimulus check. Really shocking developments. I'm going to have them in this video. The video will be about 30 minutes in length. There'll be an update at the 15-minute mark, another update at the 30-minute mark. But boy, there are shocking developments this morning that I didn't see coming. And in fact, a lot of broadcast news reports are having confusion of figuring out if this is going to happen, how it's going to happen, and more. Boy, what a day it is. Thank you for joining me. The toast is toast and the butter is butter, and I'm here, you're here. Did you leave me any bacon? I'm glad that you joined me on this morning's LALATE telecast. We are not simulcast on Instagram today because one of the cameras is dead, but it'll be back later today. Boy, if you've not subscribed, please subscribe to this channel because I'm recording now 24 hours a day. This is now a 24-hour news channel delivering you news around the clock. Thank you for joining me on early mornings LA this morning at 6 a.m. and then at 6:30. That's on the East Coast time. And then we also had overnight LA with EIDL and PUA overnight as well. So if you missed those shows, you can watch them on the channel. They're now archived. The major development this morning, boy, there's a lot of major developments this morning about that Cash Act, the Cash Act, which I broke last night on this channel. I'll go over it again in a second. But the major developments this morning is one of the Georgia Senate race contenders, one of the incumbent Republican senators, says she will vote in favor of the bill. Lord, oh my God. Kelly Loeffler, if I'm pronouncing her name right, said that she will vote in favor of the bill. And she's ready for it to be called for a vote. Okay, I did not see this coming. I did not see this coming. I don't know about the other senator, but boy, if you do not know, there's two Republican senators who are up for re-election in a runoff on January 5th. The balance of power is dependent upon the outcome of those races. The Senate seats, both of them would have to fall to the Democrats for the Democrats to take control of the Senate. Someone just said Purdue also agreed to support it. Wow, if that is true, if both Republican incumbent senators who are up for runoff re-elections on January 5th have now supported it. I heard one, but one of the viewers just said the second one as well. This is shocking because this means that there may be enough votes. That's the first thing. The second thing that's the major development overnight, and I'm going to first tell you the news and then I'll explain it after that, is that Bernie Sanders is vowing to do a filibuster of the veto bill on the veto vote on the defense bill until they call a vote on this Cash Act. Okay, what does that mean? A filibuster of a veto on a defense bill to do this bill. Boy, that's a tongue twister. What is that? Let me tell you basically what Politico and other news analysts are saying. One, they don't know if procedurally it can be done. Two, it's very, very rare. Three, it may be a lot of dramatics and not a lot of substance. It may just be Bernie Sanders saying he can do something, but he really can't. Fourth, the fact that it's so rare, no one that knows if it can be actually pulled off, if it actually be procedurally done. But what he's basically saying is the following, that he will not allow a veto vote to override the president's a vote to override the president's veto of the defense bill set for today and tomorrow. He won't allow that bill to be vetoed until they first vote on the Cash Act. Okay, what is the Cash Act? Let me give you the recap on what the Cash Act is. Boy, the Cash Act is the Cat's Meow Act. The Cash Act is just like the Raining Cash from the Sky Act. It is a bill that had provisions in it that no one saw coming. It's just categorically incredible. Let me go over the details. The first two details you knew were going to happen. $2,000 for adults, $4,000 for a married couple. We got that. That means that the $600 stimulus check is already out. It's already in the mail. It's coming out. The $600 stimulus check is already in the mail. This would pick up the remainder of it and give you $2,000. $2,000 for individuals, $4,000 for a married couple. Okay, that we already know. The first surprise, children would get $2,000. Lord, this is incredible great news. So instead of $600 in the second stimulus bill signed by the president on Sunday, children get $2,000. That's the first beautiful surprise. The second beautiful surprise is that adult dependents would get a $2,000 second stimulus check. So the bill that the president signed on Sunday, the second stimulus package bill, does not provide a stimulus check to adult dependents. The Cash Act would revise that to send out $2,000 stimulus checks to adult dependents. So everyone will get a check under the second stimulus package. Oh boy, I'm not done there. More beautiful stuff. The family size would be 4 people. So a family of 4 could get $8,000. This is a single parent with 3 kids or a married couple with 2 kids. Really insanely great news. And there's one more big, massive surprise. The massive surprise is a retroactive stimulus check. We love the word retroactive, don't we? Retroactive stimulus check. A retroactive stimulus check of $2,000. Excuse me, a retroactive stimulus check of to be paid to adult dependents who did not get a first stimulus check under the first stimulus package to be paid to them. And in fact, the language is even more broad than that. It says basically anyone that was cheated out of a first stimulus check for any sort of peculiar reason would get a first stimulus check. This is insane. Yes, retroactive back to March 2020. Someone who did not get a check that was cheated out of a check in March would get it retroactive. This is insane. This is absolutely incredible. The great news is that this Cash Act is getting 100% support of the Democrats. 100% of the support of the Democrats. It passed the House yesterday, as I reported on this channel. That was the shocking news. It's landing in the Senate today, and all Democrats will vote in favor of the bill. Second, Sanders, Hawley, independent Republican, will vote in favor of the bill. I reported at the top of this hour that at the top of this broadcast that Loeffler, the Republican out of Georgia, will vote in favor of it. The one in the runoff, and one of the viewers in the chat said the other one said that Perdue said that he will vote in favor of it as well. This is incredible. Now, if you're just joining me at the 7-minute mark, we're zooming up. There was only 200 people live. Sorry, I'm not simulcast this morning on Instagram. We're at about 1,300 people from 200 just a few seconds before. I'll have an update for you at the 10-minute mark. There's a lot of things happening. I'll explain what a filibuster is, which is just, it's our brains are going to explode from all this procedural congressional moves. It's just a lot. It's a lot to digest, and I understand. What I want to slow down for you right now to make very clear, because I think it's clear so far, is that the stimulus check from Sunday, that is already going out. That is already going out. So what's happening today, what's happening tomorrow, what's happening in the Senate, what's happening with Mitch does not block the check that's already coming out. That's the first thing. Everything else, second thing, everything else in the second stimulus package is law. It's not blocking anything else in the second stimulus package. So don't sit back and say, oh my God, am I not? No, no, no. Everything is law. That is all great news. What this Cash Act, which I first broke yesterday, I was the first one to break it on this channel, and I broke the details. It was just mind blowing. I just rushed onto camera and recorded it on early afternoons yesterday. The Cash Act is sort of a fix-it bill. It's a fix-it bill because it's fixing the first stimulus package and it's fixing the second stimulus package. Let me explain all the stimulus packages, what they are, so you get an understand where we're going, because it's a lot of stuff. First, the first stimulus package is in March. That's the CARES Act one, the first stimulus package. That's the very, very first one. The second stimulus package is the one that was signed by the president on Sunday. Second stimulus package. The third stimulus package is not law yet. That's what's proposed in January. That's all that monster stuff. Hazard pay, the SSI $2,400, the retro stimulus, the retro FPUC, the MSC stimulus checks, all that stuff is third stimulus package. That's January. Cash Act is its own bill that comes in and sort of fixes things. It fixes the second stimulus package, and it fixes the first stimulus package. So It passed the House yesterday and is now in the Senate. Yesterday and this morning on Early Mornings LA, I had been reporting to you that what I believed the purpose of the Cash Act was to basically let it sit in the Senate, let it marinate in the Senate for a couple of weeks. Let it marinate there, and get an extension because it does have a deadline on it. Let it marinate on it and have it get teed up after the races in Georgia and get it passed in early January and then signed into law in late January. That's what I was telling you yesterday. And in fact, on Early Mornings LA, everyone's like, this will never happen. I mean, it's just too big. It is really big. I mean, it's just enormous. That's the first thing. The viewers' reactions on Early Morning LA is just, this is huge. I just don't see this happening. This is not me. This is viewers. They're just like, no, it's too big. It's too big. That was their reaction. My reaction was, oh no, it's going to be held for a few weeks, and you're just going to sit on it. It's going to marinate it, and then they're going to pass it. That was then. This morning it's changing. It's just changing by the minute again. This morning it's changing totally. And what's changing right now is that the stimulus bill, the Cash Act, is now sort of getting incredible momentum that we have Democrats in the Senate completely in favor of it. We have Bernie Sanders. We have Republicans, Josh Hawley, in favor of it. We have the two Georgia candidates who are up for re-election, the two Georgia Republican incumbents who are up for re-election on January 5th, now supporting it. And then we have all this strange procedural battling going on. Now that we're at the 11-minute mark and there's 2,000 people in the room, I went live less than 9 minutes ago with 200 people in the room. Let me tell you where we are this morning. The breaking news this morning. Thank you for tuning in. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Go to the Phones channel, subscribe. Also, make sure you hit that bell so you see a video when I go live. This was a live recording that does not simulcast on Instagram. Sorry, it's not. It's just a shocking set of developments. I don't want you to miss a video when something happens. The next 2 days is going to have a lot of stuff. So make sure you subscribe. Also like this video. The shocking developments as you start this morning is that Bernie Sanders is setting up a filibuster of the defense bill's veto override. I'll explain what that means in a second. And it looks like suddenly out of nowhere they may have enough votes for the Cash Act to pass, which is just mind-blowing. Totally mind-blowing. Let me go over each of these breaking developments right on the bat. We're now approaching 2,000 viewers in the room. First, there was a bill for the defense. There was a bill for the defense, to fund the defense. And the bill had unanimous support among Republicans and Republicans and Democrats. Unanimous support. And that bill went to the president. And the president said, I hate it. I'm vetoing it. He wrote veto. Veto. So the bill was vetoed. Well, that was then. It's now back in the Senate, and it's going to be override. What does an override mean? It means they reconvene and they sit and they say, let's vote to change the veto. Everyone in favor of the bill still? Yes. Okay. The bill becomes law. They override the veto. Okay. So that's pretty clear. That's not too complicated. What is a filibuster? A filibuster is a way in which you impede, you block, you halt, you stop something else from happening. And what Bernie Sanders is vowing to do is to block the veto override of the defense bill for today. I know it's a lot to digest. He's basically saying, I'm not going to let you do that other thing unless you vote on the Cash Act. That's the shocking development. So thank you, Wayne, for the super chat. I really appreciate that. So that is what a filibuster is, and that explains what Bernie Sanders is doing. Can he do it? Let me explain this. The reaction in political channels like Politico, which is very good, is that they're not really sure he can procedurally do it. It's just not really clear that he can do it. Maybe he can, maybe he can't. The bottom line is that if it's unclear, the bottom line is whether he's going to do it or not. Of course, he's promised before and done things and he didn't do them before. And that's what that article said as well. But can he procedurally do it? Maybe. It's very interesting. But what's more interesting, what I'm more excited about than Bernie, is the support for this Cash Act, I'm just shocked by it. I really, really am shocked by it. The Cash Act is not just a $2,000 stimulus check. It has a lot more provisions in it. If you're just joining me at the 15-minute mark, let me tell you what's in the Cash Act. Boy, it only took 5 minutes to explain that. The Cash Act does the following. One, it gives a $2,000 stimulus check um, to people, to single individuals. Second, a $4,000 stimulus check to married couples. Basically, the $600 stimulus check from Sunday that the president signed, the second stimulus package, it's on its way. It's in the mail. This would pick up the remainder of it, so it's not going to block anything for the second stimulus package. $2,000 for individual, married couple for $4,000. No surprise, you knew that was going to happen. Oh, but it's the other stuff that's delicious. The children, $2,000 stimulus check. So they would go from $600 to $2,000. Next thing, number two, is that the family size would be four. $8,000 for a family of four. Single parent with three kids, $8,000. Married couple of two kids, $8,000. That's shocking. That's shocking. Two more surprises though. The next two are absolutely mind-blowing. Your head's gonna melt if you've never heard the news. I've been saying it now over a couple of videos. This is just mind-blowing. Adult dependents are going to get a $2,000 stimulus check under the second stimulus package. So the bill that the president signed on Sunday gave nothing to adult dependents. This would say, no, we're going to give $2,000 to adult dependents. In fact, when I use the word adult dependents, I want to make it very clear. The language of the bill is even broader than adult dependents. It talks about anyone you take care of, if they're in your home and you take care of the person. So it's actually even more broader than adult dependents. Family of four, $8,000. The only person that's cheated out of money in this thing is the Brady Bunch. So if you have 7 kids, yeah, someone's not going to get a stimulus check. That's the only thing that's not getting the check. And then there's one more thing. One more thing. People who did not get a first stimulus check would get a stimulus check retroactive. Retroactive. A stimulus check retroactive from CARES Act 1, the March stimulus. A retroactive stimulus check for people who didn't get one, namely adult dependents. Adult dependents who didn't get a first stimulus check, or anyone else who didn't get a first stimulus check. You're going to get a retroactive stimulus check. Lord, it's just shocking. That is what the Cash Act is. And so, boy, what a day it is. When will be the vote? I don't know. What I'm reporting is changing because the positions of the people is changing by the minute. On Early Mornings LALATE, I reported that I didn't think there was enough votes in favor of this bill. The viewers also in the comments on Early Mornings LALATE said that they did not think there was enough people in support of the bill. That you have all the Democrats in favor of it. You have Bernie Sanders and Josh Hawley, who's a Republican, and Bernie's an independent. And then suddenly things started to roll out. Overnight, we learned that both Republican incumbents out of Georgia who are up for re-election have now supported the Cash Act, which is just mind-blowing, mind-blowing. The other thing that is very confusing, I mean, it's just procedurally a confusing day, is that a political article from yesterday said there was not enough people in town, physically not enough people in town to get this passed. And that because there's not enough people in town, they could not do what's called a roll call vote. What is a roll call vote? I have no idea. I just don't know what a roll call vote is. But the article overnight said there was not enough people in town to get a roll call vote. And it said, oh, thank you, Cindy, for the super chat. It said that we would have to wait several days for a vote because there was not enough support because of there was not enough votes for, oh, thank you, Bradley, for the super chat. There was not enough votes in favor of the bill for a roll call vote. That's what the article yesterday said. I don't know what a roll call vote is, so I don't know what that means. And ultimately, there's just so many procedural voting things at issue that it's overwhelming. But Bernie's reason to filibuster the bill, which I haven't gone over yet. You're hearing this for the first time at the 20-minute mark, so please stay with me. If you've not subscribed, please go to the Funnest channel, subscribe. Also, I'll hit the alert button so you get an alert when the new video goes live. Bernie's statement on why he was filibustering the bill had several reasons. One of the reasons was to keep the two incumbent Republican senators from Georgia in D.C. to vote in favor of the bill, to force them to stay in town to deal with the issue of a stimulus check. Well, it's done because they've already said, yeah, we're voting in favor of it. So that's done. They're voting in favor of it. Now, as to be in town, I don't know about the thing about getting them in town. Oh, thank you, Sean, for the super chat. I don't know about the issue about being in town. I don't know how many people have to be in town, but the issue of McConnell's calling a vote for unanimous consent right now. A unanimous consent right now on the Senate floor. Did someone just is that true? Is McConnell doing a unanimous consent for the Cash Act on the Senate floor right now? Is that true? Um, a unanimous consent vote means that, yes, says Dano. A unanimous consent vote means that you ask if there's any dissenters to the bill. If not, the bill passes. Someone says yes. That's what I heard too, says Sean. Could be true. Now, last time there was a unanimous consent vote, there was an objection. So it only takes Ron Johnson to walk in and say, I object, and it blocks the unanimous consent vote. The unanimous consent vote does not block the bill from becoming law ultimately. It just sees if we can do this quickly. Unanimous consent means there's four people around, yeah, consent, and then as simple as that. I'm pretty sure it was Chuck Schumer asking for the unanimous consent. I would assume it's Chuck Schumer. Someone saying it's McConnell asking for the consent. I would assume it was someone say McConnell's on the floor right now over the veto. Over the veto. So we have consistent remarks. Someone says McConnell's on the floor talking about the defense bill veto. Someone else is saying, someone's saying Mitch is mumbling, don't know what he's saying. He's like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to be here. Give me some lobster. That's what Mitch is saying. Give me lobster. He's talking about the veto. Someone's saying he's talking about the veto. I presume he's talking about the veto, the defense bill. Other people are saying it's Chuck Schumer who's asking for the unanimous consent. What about adult dependence? If you're just joining me, I'll have another update at the 30-minute mark. Boy, what a day this is. Oh, he's trying for unanimous consent of the defense bill. Okay. Well, unanimous consent of a veto of a veto override of the defense bill. Um, so confusing, so overwhelmingly. It's a cluster mess. It is a cluster mess. So someone said, um, you know, it was no less than 8 hours ago that all the broadcast news channels were saying, well, that Politico was saying that there's just not enough people in town to get this done. We got to wait a couple of days. On Sunday, I told you there's not enough people in town for the House to pass it. Somehow they got the people in town to get it passed, and then they left. These people are very, they're very tricky. They just fly them in real quickly, get them ready to do something, and this is just too hard to predict. I have been reporting that that it's up to 2,000, so it's a supplement. I do not believe it's $2,600 a person. I believe it's 2,000 a person, meaning the 600 is on its way. You would get 1,400 thereafter. I will double check the language of the bill. Did I say $2,000 for a parent and $2,000 for each kid? I did. I did say $2,000 for adult dependent. I did say that. It's just a stimulus check 2,000. Actually, without the dollar sign, stimulus check 2000 hashtag stimulus check 2000. It's just, it's insane. It's really insane. And remember, this does not family of four. This does not impede your second stimulus package. I'm going to be going live throughout the day. I may have more lives than usual. I may have to lose one or two videos today due to scheduling, but I'm going to be here throughout the day. The next video will be at noon live, the midday show. And stuff may just be hitting left and right, so I don't want you to miss anything at a certain time. The routing times on your stimulus check from Sunday. The routing on your stimulus check from Sunday, the $600 one, that's on its way. So that is 10 days from the day in which it was signed into law. It was signed into law Sunday, so I would start from Monday. So if you're signed up for electronic receipt for SSI, SSDI, Social Security, or Railroad benefits, you would get the stimulus check in 10 days electronically from Monday. If you're signed up for paper check, it would come about a week later. You can't, I'm talking about the second stimulus check from Sunday, not the Cash Act at the moment. The second stimulus check from Sunday, the $600. It is not taken out for child support. It's not taken out for debt collections. It's not taken out for bankruptcy or past due bills. You cannot update anything with IRS for this $600 stimulus check from Sunday. So everything is a big no. If the IRS doesn't know you got married, no. If the IRS doesn't know you had children, no. 10 calendar days, not business days. If something happens in your life, the answer is a big no. The IRS doesn't know it, the answer is no. They're going off of what they know, and there's no way to update them about it. Um, if your account has changed electronically, yes, inmates will get a stimulus check. If your electronic information is changed, then they will attempt the electronic, it'll fail, and then they'll go to paper check. Next, let me go to unemployment. It's very important for unemployment for you to know that at one point your account will go from inactive to active. Watch your UI or PUA login on your state's unemployment website. Just watch it like a hawk. Sign up for text messages or email alerts. Make sure you look at it daily because it's going to switch at some point from inactive to active. Once it's active, if it is inactive now, once it's active, you want to certify for benefits right away. I've been reporting for over a week, and I'm going to continue to report that your last week of December, your first week of January, and your second week of January will get paid, but will be delayed. It will be delayed. And how long it's going to be delayed is really a big question. If you're just joining me, I'll have an update for you on what's happening today. It's all shocking and jaw-breaking. The update will come at the 30-minute mark. There's now 2,900 people, approaching 2,900 people in the room. Let's see if we can get to 3,000. If you've not subscribed, please do. That last week of December, that first week of January, that second week of January, that stimulus check, that unemployment check will come to you, but it will be delayed. So I want you to prepare financially for your bills those 2 weeks because you're going to be in a little bit of a tight bind. Your stimulus check will arrive that week. That's good. But the $600 may not be enough. Your FPUC is coming with your PUA and UI. You don't have to do anything for FPUC. It goes on top of it. So all you have to do is watch your state's unemployment website, and when you go from inactive to active, then you will certify for benefits daily. Um, if you are still active, you're fine. Don't worry about anything. If your state did extended weeks of benefits, don't worry about anything. Then you may not be delayed about anything at all. Um, and then everything else that you've heard me report on, and I'm going to continue to report on it, nothing is live yet. When it's live, I will tell you where it's live, how to apply, and how to get it. The things you want to be prepared to get, but are not live yet, so no need to send me a DM. Where's the application? It's just not live. It's not live. Is free broadband, free SNAP benefits increases. Well, let me leave SNAP for later. Free broadband, free rent, free utilities, um, the farmers check, farmers and ranchers getting a check, and other things. The SNAP benefits will be likely just automatic and could be in the next week or two. 15% increase, 1.5 automatically to your SNAP benefits. No increase on eligibility, but 15% increase on SNAP benefits. Your eviction moratorium is extended to late January. The CDC eviction moratorium, you need to download the CDC form and give it to your landlord. It's not automatic. There is no mortgage forbearance. That is a scary one. It's a scary one. So don't get foreclosed upon between now and late January. That's when Biden's coming in. And there's no student loan debt moratorium repayment. That's not coming until late January. So as we approach on the 30-minute mark, boy, there's just so much happening. Thank you for joining me on this morning at LALATE because boy, this is just a shocker. And I expect to be surprised today. You and I want you to, I'm loving how open-minded everyone is because I'm open-minded. Prepare to be shocked. Just prepare to be shocked. Don't sit back and say never happened, not going to happen. Yeah, no, no. Just be prepared to shock because I'm getting shocked. I mean, it was what was this? 2 weeks ago? It was just 2 weeks ago. No one was going to give you a stimulus check. Nancy and Chuck backed the Prom Creators bill that had no stimulus check. They weren't going to give you zero. No one was going to give you a stimulus check 2 weeks ago. And in fact, when we heard about anything more than $600, they're like, it's too much. It's too much. Now everyone's hugging and kissing the $2,000 stimulus check. Oh, send out Oh, send out more $2,000 stimulus check. Oh, I love you, $2,000. Send out more. Now everyone's kissing the $2,000 stimulus check all over the place. It's just like, whoa. I guess the reindeers hug these congressional leaders. It's like a breath of fresh air. I have no idea what's going on. But the new renewed focus of so many people, Republican and Democrats, Schumer's putting on the floor right now, is just so exciting. Schumer's fighting for it right now. I expect this fight, let me make something very clear. I expect this fight over the $2,000 Cash Act, it's called the Cash Act 2020, is going to go on for a few days. I don't predict it's going to get done in one day. Schumer's fighting for it vigorously right now. I assume he would. You want to get the press running. You want the videos to go out about this. Thank you, Hermisa. You want the videos to go out about Schumer shouting about this on the floor. But let me give you the update now at the 30-minute mark. Thank you for joining me on Mornings LA. Boy, what a day it is. It's just around 9 o'clock on the West Coast, and this is LA. Thank you for joining me direct from Los Angeles on what is now a 24-hour news channel, programming from 1 a.m. to 1 a.m. the next day, 12 shows around the clock. And thank you for joining. If you've not subscribed, please subscribe. There's a link to subscribe up in the corner of this video, in the chat booth where you're chatting now, and there's a link below as well. Also hit the alert button and like this video. Breaking developments overnight as in two regards, and the formations of these breaking developments are changing by the minute and expected to change throughout the day. The changes are the following. A $2,000 stimulus check was at issue on Sunday when the president signed into law the second stimulus package. The second stimulus package provides a $600 stimulus check. $600 for adults, $600 for children, no stimulus check for adult dependents for a family of four. That check is in the mail. That check is in the mail. And that bill is now law, the second stimulus package. But yesterday, in the House of Representatives, the Cash Act was passed. The Cash Act is now in the Senate, and Chuck Schumer is vigorously fighting for it. And a new change about the path to get the Cash Act approved is manifesting itself in just the last 2 hours. First, let me tell you what's in the Cash Act, and then I'll tell you what's happening right now. The breaking developments about what's in the Cash Act are shocking. First, the Cash Act has a $2,000 stimulus check for adults, $2,000 for children, family of four, $8,000. That was what shocked everyone. That a children was getting a $2,000 stimulus check as well, and there'll be a family of four, $8,000. This is a cleanup bill, a fix-it bill, that would give you up to $2,000 to fix the $600 and raise it to $2,000. Basically, you would get $1,400 separate in a separate check to bring you to $2,000. Individual, family of four, $8,000. But there's more. Adult dependents would get a $2,000 stimulus check under the second stimulus package. So it revises the second stimulus package to provide a check to adult dependents. Then there's another thing. There would be a retroactive stimulus check under CARES Act 1 for people who did not get a stimulus check under the first stimulus package. Shocking developments. People who did not get a stimulus check under the first stimulus package would get one retroactively. So what are the breaking developments today? The breaking developments today is you're going to see a lot of strange battling on the Senate floor. The battling involves two things. The second one I'm more excited about than the first. The second one is that the two Republican senators out of Georgia who are in that runoff race for January 5th, the incumbent Republican senators, have now come out in favor of the Cash Act, which is mind-blowing. Mind-blowing. So now we have all Democrats in the Senate in favor of it. We have Bernie Sanders and Josh Hawley, independent and Republican. And we have the two Republicans out of Georgia in favor of it. And we have other Republicans who voted 600 in favor of the second stimulus package in favor of it as well. The question is how many, and do we have enough people in town? A report overnight in Politico said there was not enough people in town to actually get a vote. It's unclear whether that article is correct, that they wouldn't have enough people for a roll call vote and would have to wait till next week. Unclear. The second thing that's shocking is this breaking developments this morning is that Bernie Sanders is setting up a filibuster. A what? A filibuster in which he would block a vote for a veto override of the defense bill today until they get to the Cash Act about your stimulus check. Basically saying, I'm not going to let you do this thing with the defense bill. I'm not going to let you vote on this defense bill until you get to the stimulus check bill. Bernie Sanders, Chuck Schumer, and Mitch McConnell are just at wits' end battling on the Senate floor right now. I see all your comments on the floor, on the chat. They're just on the floor, just battling left and right. I believe, but I might be wrong, that this will take some time. It will not be done in a few hours. It may take a day or two, but everything's changing by the hour. If there's suddenly enough Republicans out of nowhere that are coming forward in favor of this bill, this could pass very quickly. If there's not, it could take a little bit longer. Yesterday, a lot of people were calling upon the President of the United States to get Republican senators in favor of the Cash Act and get it done very quickly. He only needs a certain number. He doesn't need a lot. It's not a big reach. So this is all really incredible. If you're on SSI and SSDI under the Cash Act, you would get a stimulus check. Yes, under the second stimulus package. And under Cash Act, you would also get a stimulus check under the first stimulus package if you didn't get one as well. Will adult dependents on SSI get a $2,000 stimulus check? Under the Cash Act, yes. And you'll get a retroactive stimulus check as well. Thank you for joining me for Mornings LALATE. What a day it is. 3,000 people in the room. We started with 200. Join me on noontime on LALATE. As always, stay informed, stay smiling. Catch Early Mornings LALATE, which is now archived on the channel. Also EIDL overnight and PUA overnight. Really helpful videos that give you an idea about how to get an EIDL grant in January, because it's coming back. How to do PUI and FPUC. They're coming back. If you missed anything in this video, you can replay it in about 2 minutes from now. And if you've not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe. Hit the alert button and also like this video. As always, stay informed, stay smiling. And your hashtag for today, again, is hashtag stimulus check 2000. And then also hashtag purple power LALATE. Have a great morning. Take care. Bye.